Thom Hartmann here on the news. You need to know this. Filibustered. Last night, Republicans proved they'd rather protect billionaires from a 0.5% tax increase than keep 400,000 firefighters, teachers, and cops on the job. Despite once again acquiring enough votes to pass a portion of President Obama's American Jobs Act under normal procedure, the legislation fell short of receiving the 60 votes needed to overcome a unified Republican filibuster. A couple of conservative Dems, including Ben Nelson and Joe Lieberman, also voted with the millionaires on the vote, but the Democrats still had a majority. After his bill was blocked, President Obama slammed Republicans, saying, for the second time in 2 weeks, every single Republican in the United States Senate has chosen to obstruct a bill that would create jobs and get our economy going again. Every American deserves an explanation as to why Republicans refuse to do what's necessary to create jobs. Well, the explanation is fairly clear. They're trying to crash the economy. Yesterday, it was discovered that a Tea Party Nation activist wrote to members begging them not to hire anybody until President Obama is out of office. And then there's what Moody's said about the congressional Republicans' own job creation plan, that it would likely push the economy back into recession. Now, those are Moody's words. The writing is all over the wall. Republicans are playing politics with the economy, hoping that we will all lose our jobs, our homes, our pensions, our health care, our livelihoods, so that they can win the White House in 2012. It's a dangerous and heartless political game. Speaking of those millionaires the Republicans are hell-bent on protecting, they got richer last year thanks to generous tax cuts. However, the rest of us saw our paychecks shrink. According to data from the Social Security Administration, the average paycheck for working Americans fell again, down over 1% to $26,364 a year. That's the lowest level it's been in 11 years. There are far fewer jobs available to most Americans now, and the jobs that are available are low-paying jobs like the ones Rick Perry created in Texas. Meanwhile, with taxes at historic lows for people making more than $380,000 a year, the number of millionaires in America grew by 20%. And the number of people making more than $50 million a year also grew. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer, and America is looking more and more like Mexico every day. We have to roll back the Reagan tax cuts before it's too late, and we're permanently stuck in a banana republic. In the best of the rest of the news, the Chamber of Commerce is shelling out big bucks to make sure corporations don't have to obey the laws like the rest of us do. The Chamber's Institute for Legal Reform, its legal wing in charge of giving corporations gifts to keep them from being accountable, has spent over $4 million lobbying in just the last 3 months. That's to make sure that oil barons who pollute rivers and poison entire cities, and banksters who prey on the middle class with fine print, and drug companies who sell medication with deadly side effects are protected when we, the victims, file suit. Welcome to our for the rich, by the rich legal system. Corporations want to be people, and they should be thrown in jail like people, too. The New York Civil Liberties Union is calling on the NYPD to stop its unlawful surveillance of Occupy Wall Street. With street cameras aimed at Zuccotti Park 24/7 and camera-wielding cops constantly recording everything that's going on at the occupation, the NYCLU claims the police have gone far beyond what is considered lawful activity. As a statement from the NYCLU to NYPD Commissioner Ray Kelly reads, "This type of surveillance substantially chills protest activity and is unlawful." I guess the old saying, the revolution will not be televised, no longer rings true. As Republicans in Congress try to eliminate the EPA, the state of California is moving forward with its own strategy to clean up the air. Yesterday, California regulators approved a cap-and-trade system for that state that caps the amount of greenhouse gas emissions factories are allowed to pump into the air and creates market incentives for industries that work below that cap. It's the same strategy the U.S. Senate Republicans filibustered back in 2009. The new cap-and-trade plan will take effect in California in 2013. We're reaching a threshold when it comes to addressing climate change, so let's hope that California, what they are doing there, is just the beginning of a worldwide effort to heal the planet. It could be the end of the line for the Murdochs at News Corp, still reeling from a phone hacking scandal. Big changes could be in store for the board of directors at Fox, so-called News' parent company. According to reports from Reuters, a growing number of shareholders are planning to vote James and Lachlan Murdoch, the sons of CEO Rupert Murdoch, off the board at the company's next general meeting. 2 outside consulting firms have recommended that shareholders oust 13 of the 15 current board members, Looks like Murdoch's empire could be crumbling. Crazy alert, Chris Christie needs to chill out. Meet Edward Fortune, the man who has been mailing New Jersey Governor Chris Christie a gram of marijuana for more than a year now. Fortune says it's enough for a fatty. According to the aides of the governor, Christie, unfortunately, has yet to receive the package. But despite being snubbed by the governor, who he claims needs to get high, loosen up a little bit, and relax, Fortune is himself trying to get into politics, running as an independent for the state assembly for New Jersey's 8th district. Fortune has already gained notoriety for being the state's preeminent marijuana legalization activist and for having his bid to change his name to njweedman.com knocked down. So when times get tough and it feels like our lawmakers aren't listening to us and common sense is put on the shelf, just remember, NJ Weedman is out there looking out for all of us. And that's the way it is today, Friday, October 21st, 2011. I'm Thom Hartmann on the news.